Hello, friends, and welcome to the Choir Loft. The organ itself is organized into several different families of different sounds, and when they're all put together, it sounds amazing. You'll notice that here's a panel that says swell, pedal, and on this side, which you can't see, but I'll show you a picture, it's called great and choir. Those represent the different keyboards or different sets of pipes that you see. So each division has different sounds on them that when you play them all together, again, it sounds beautiful. So our first family that we're going to explore are the strings. So our strings are shown here, and we're going to just listen to them to see what we think. All right, so our next family of sounds that we're going to explore, the mama shark, is going to be on the flutes. So let's listen to our flute sounds. All right, for our daddy shark, we're going to use principals. Now, you might not have heard of an instrument called a principal, because principal is used that's unique to the organ. So the name principal is a sound that is unique to the organ. And we have several principals that is the main sound of an organ. So let's listen to the daddy shark. For our grandmother shark, we're going to use what's called a mutation sound. You'll notice that a mutation sound has a lot of color to it, and the fractions, normally we would not play the organ with just the fractions, because when I'm playing this note, for example, that's a C, and if I add, show you here. And if I add the fraction, now listen carefully. Can you hear that it's not a C? But when we hear them together, it makes a lot of color. And you know, I don't know if you have a colorful grandmother, but I did. So we have the color that we get from that, from playing 2.5 octaves higher than a C, or 2 2/3, and 1 3/5 higher than a C, makes for a very colorful sound. So let's listen again to the grandmother shark with our mutations. Makes it kind of fun. All right, and finally, a grandfather shark. You'll notice that the stops that are lit up happen to all be red. That's because this last classification of sounds on the organ, or families, are called reeds. And even though they're not reeded instrument, a trumpet or a trombone, even though it's not a reeded instrument, it's called a reed on an organ because of the way the pipes are designed. I'll show you that some other time. We have lots of reeds on this organ, lots of brass kind of sounds, and I'd like you to listen to them, and I'm going to play a special one that's electronic that's called a fanfare. So here are some of our reeds. Yeah, that one reed was a little bit sluggish. Did you hear it? All right, so this one is the electronic. You can hear that's pretty brassy. So when we put it all together, I'm going to show you something that's really neat. I haven't talked about these pedals, but this last pedal is called a crescendo pedal. And you can hear the family of instruments come in one at a time. So I'm going to just push this pedal very slowly and listen to what happens. that? Isn't that cool? That means that it just automatically adds those families all together. So we've heard those instruments individually. Now let's hear the family. Let's hear the community of sounds, and please sing along.